Hi students, you have attended social science classes. I am here, Susan PLX, to take class 9th social science, geography, chapter climate. Climate, nowadays you will be more concerned about this word because everywhere water problem is there, everybody is waiting for rain. So this you can enjoy today. So climate means, climate is a very wider term. Climate is the sum total of a large period's atmospheric condition. So what then today's atmosphere? Today's atmospheric condition is called weather. So weather has different aspects: temperature, precipitation, cloudiness, sunshine, all this comes under weather. The Meteorological Survey of India is there, who record all these things daily, and when they comprise it of a long period of time, when they take average of it, then we call it as climate. So there is a difference between climate and weather. We should, today's climate, never, you should not say today's climate, you should always say today's weather. So today's weather, if it is raining, then different precipitation forms are there, which you have already learned. So this weather is different each and every day, in everywhere. That is also a very important factor, that this differs from place to place. Climate is an average of very large area. Very large areas, weather condition, when we calculate, then only it turns, after 30 years, it becomes climate. So weather, and you will get in examination, what is the difference between weather and climate. So this is the first two terms I have told you. Next is, from this weather we learn Mausam. This is an Arabic word, Mausam. Mausam says about weather. This, in India, when we take the Mausam, different atmospheric aspects, that is, I told you, temperature. If we take from India, temperature of Rajasthan, if it is 45 degrees centigrade maximum, then the night will be 20 degree centigrade. Or we can take example from Jammu and Kashmir, there it will be 20 degrees centigrade. So in this way, this is Rajasthan temperature, this is Jammu and Kashmir. Like that only, if we take from Andaman Nicobar Islands, the maximum temperature that will be the 40 or 38 up to that, and the minimum is 20, 23, like that. So in this way, the days are very hot and the nights are. But our temperature difference is very difference. The range is very low, and the range of temperature in the northern part of India is very high. So Jammu and Kashmir and Rajasthan, etc. So temperature. If we take precipitation, the same way, precipitation, its average is like Meghalaya. In Meghalaya, the average rainfall is 400 centimeter rainfall. But in western, as we come to the western part of India, some places there are only 20 centimeter rainfall in Jodhpur, etc. So precipitation also differs in different parts of India. Now we will see what all what all controls this climate? So there are different factors which control climate. Control of or climate controls, we can say climate controls. Out of this, number one is altitude. As you know that as we goes higher and higher, the temperature decreases. So, and the lower plain area, the temperature is very high. In this way, as I told you, one factor is temperature. So, altitude and temperature has very much related with it. Next is latitude. You know that latitude near the equator, it is very hot, and as we goes from the equator to north, then Tropic of Cancer, etc., the temperature decreases. As we reaches to the pole, the temperature is very low. The third point is, next is pressure and wind. Nowadays, you might be hearing that the pressure in TV also says the low pressure area has been created. So, in this way, pressure is an important. Later, I will explain you where in Andaman Nicobar how the temperature develops. Next is pressure relief feature. Relief is an important factor. This also you have read in 8th class. As any mountain is there in the path of wind, then the obstruction comes, there the rain gets, and the next side becomes the leeward side, and in this way leeward side area is become dry. Like that only in Rajasthan we have backside of Aravalli mountain is a rain shadow area. Next is fifth point, we can say nearness to the sea. Nearness to the sea, the wind which blows from the sea, that has differences. Daytime the hot wind blows, and the night time the cold wind blows. In this way, the nearness to the sea is a factor. So this controls the climate. Relief feature, pressure, and ocean currents are also there. These are the important. Next, we will see what makes India's climate. Out of this, which makes India's climate. So, next come to the India's climate. So, factors affecting Indian climate. First is latitude. You know that from the middle of India, the Tropic of Cancer, 23 half, that passes from the middle of India. So this latitude divides India into two. One is subtropical region and the other is tropical region. It has great effect on India because 0 degree equator is below India, which is always heated, and as we know that from equator as we move towards north, this temperature decreases, and moreover India's north is Himalaya mountain, that is altitude. What is the effect of altitude? As any highest land is there in front of the rain bearing wind, or the wind comes, it obstructs, and the rain falls in that direction. Like that only India has here Western Ghat and here is the Aravalli mountain. So these all are the different altitudinal factor which affect the Indian climate. Next is pressure. Pressure play very important role. Pressure has two types. One is low pressure and high pressure. The low pressure is created in those areas where the land get heated and the humidity, the amount of humidity decreases and it becomes very light. Always there is a relation between low pressure and high pressure is that wherever any area is created with low pressure, the high pressure covers those areas. In this way, as India is surrounded by water bodies, this get heated and the high pressure develops over this region and the wind blows towards this. So during cold weather season, from the northern direction, the hot air blows to India and it covers the northern part of India. Then from the southern part of India, southwesterly comes and this southwesterly is with high pressure. So this high pressure as blows towards the Indian land where the land has developed low pressure. In this way, the vice versa, it changes. The change in replacement of wind is called monsoon. So these three important factors make Indian climate. One more thing is jet stream, that is upper air current, which blows very speed as jet goes. So this is about, it is told that for 1400 meter speed it blows. Next is 1000 meter height it is there and it blows at like 110 kilometer speed and more than this as per the areas. So this is about pressure. Now there is southern oscillation. What is southern oscillation? Southern oscillation means, you know that here is Madagascar or the western part of India, the Arabian Sea is there and a vast Indian Ocean is there. From this area, the Pacific, towards the Pacific Sea, the replacement take place. So from the Madagascar region and from the Pacific Ocean, the wind replaces, that is from in the equator or the Indian Ocean. This is called southern oscillation. Next is Indian winds are trade winds. Why we call it trade winds? Indian monsoon is caused by trade. Trade winds are those winds which blows in particular direction and it returns from as traders. The Arabian traders came to India and they returned with this wind only. So they called this trade wind. This was very helpful for them. So this is the one of the factor which cause. Now we will learn how India gets rain or what is the cause of precipitation in India. As I told you, these are the factors. Out of this, high pressure and low pressure which take place in India and due to which the rain causes. The westerly, here is Rajasthan, from Pakistan area, the westerly comes. During the cold weather season, the westerly enters to India, and this westerly from the Tibetan plateau. Tibetan area is hot, and the wind which comes to India, the northern plain, which is developing low pressure. A wide area is there which is plain, and there the low pressure develops over the land. In this way, the surrounding area of India is water body from this Arabian Sea, this Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. From these three regions, the high pressure develops. So it is known that high pressure covers the low pressure area. In this way, it moves towards India, and it gets two directions. One is Bay of Bengal branch of monsoon, and one is Arabian Sea branch of monsoon. One enters from the western side of India towards western side towards India, and one goes to Bay of Bengal, and in this way we receive rainfall. That is during the season, the time of April and May. This is the shower which receive, and some areas, if this enters in the northern part of India, as it moves to north, it goes to Meghalaya and in the West Bengal. Here it sometimes brings Kal Baisakhi, a very cyclonic rainfall, cloud and with thunder and lightning, and it causes flood in the eastern part of India. There it is Kal Baisakhi, and the southern part of India, here it is in the form of showers, so we call it mango shower during summer season. So in this way, this is the pressure belt. So as I told you, factors, these were the factors. Now we will see which are the seasons of India. Seasons. In general, we call winter season, summer season, etc. all over the world, but Indian climate is with different seasons. We don't call summer and winter. We call first one is cold weather season, hot weather season, number 3, advancing monsoon season, number 4, retreating monsoon season. What is cold weather season? When it takes place? What are the months comes under this season now? Cold weather season is from October to December to March. Hot weather season, December to March. Hot weather season, March to May. And advancing monsoon season, June to September. And retreating monsoon, October, November. In this way, India's season is divided, and these are the months: December, January, February, March to May, June to September, October and November. What takes place during cold weather season? In the cold weather season, as the wind blows from the northern part of India, there it is too cold, so it brings hailstorms. this comes to India in the month of December. You know that that is the time of season of wheat cultivation, and the northern part of India sometimes hailstorms, the temperature goes down, and in this way the wind blows, the cold wind blows from the northern direction from the Himalaya, and it makes cool all over the northern part of India, especially in Punjab, Jammu Kashmir, Punjab, Haryana, UP, Uttar Pradesh. The total lifestyle during this, you know that they have to wear sweater, etc. This is the time when cold weather season. Cold weather season has the hailstorms, which is very harmful for the cultivation of different agriculture crops. Next is hot weather season. Hot weather season, after cold weather season, the southern part of India, as nowadays you know that in India, from western part of India, the loo blows. These are the small wind which blows this towards the eastern part of India, from Rajasthan to Orissa. During this time, the southern part of India, the temperature goes very high, up to 45, sometimes 50 also. So in this way, the temperature is very high in the northern part of India, but comparatively, as in the northern part of India, southern part of India gets 38 up to 40, etc. So this is the month of March to May. This time, the vegetable cultivation time, sometimes the rain take place, summer rain take place. So this summer rain showers in the form of showers only. That showers are in different part of India. It is called with different names, like in southern part of India it is mango shower. Mango shower. This hot weather season, especially the wind from the western direction comes, that is as the temperature is very high in Rajasthan and the northern part of India. So in the southern part of India, the land is all over the land, the heat increases. As the heat increases, it develops the pressure of low. So as more and more temperature increases, the light wind blows, the sea is also heating, but there is a contrast between land and sea. You know that land get more quickly heated than the sea. So sea is lately heated. So here, as the humidity is increasing in the air, the wind is high pressure. The wind becomes with the high pressure, lot of humidity is increased with this, and in this way the wind starts blowing from this equatorial region, and it's as they have to replace this. As the replacement take place, high pressure replaces low pressure, the high pressure comes over. This is the time what we are waiting, June, this very late now this year. Otherwise by the May end we might have received, May middle, by the first week, etc., a lot of showers we receive, and slowly with thunder and lightning the rain starts. As this wind, this turns into two directions. One is, as this comes to India from the western side, the western Ghat is there, that does not allow the wind to move towards the east directly. So it turns towards the northern direction. In this way, from Trivandrum to Mumbai, these all areas, it gives rainfall, and in this way it start moving towards north. The other direction, so here in advancing monsoon season, it turns into two branches. One branch is Arabian Sea branch of monsoon. The other is Bay of Bengal branch of monsoon. The Bay of Bengal branch of monsoon that comes to Andaman Nicobar Islands, and in this way, as it moves towards east, there is Arkan mountain that is in Burma. From there, it does not allow us to move more north eastward, it start moving towards northward, and in this way it enters to Meghalaya and the eastern part of India, and it provides heavy rain. You know, in advancing monsoon season, India receives the maximum amount of rainfall. So the amount of rainfall is about 1000 centimeter, but maximum rainfall 400 centimeter during this season all over India as average. But in Meghalaya there is a place called Mawsyn Ram. This Mawsyn Ram is the place in the world which receives highest rainfall. It is 1080 centimeter rainfall. The largest amount of rainfall that is, why? There is a question, why Mawsyn Ram, this area receives the maximum amount of rainfall? Because you should know that in India, the eastern part of India, here if we say the north is Himalaya mountain, and there are different small mountain. These are Naga Hills, Patkai Hills, and the other hills are there in Meghalaya and in Nagaland. So as this wind comes towards this, it cannot move towards northern part because of Himalaya. It turns towards this area, and in between this all hills it rains heavily. This is the place in Meghalaya, Mawsyn Ram, which receives the maximum amount of rainfall. In this way, as the low pressure is in the northern plains also, it moves towards this Ganga Valley and comes to northern part of India. As here is Aravalli range that obstruct here, and this is the Himalaya. By July this wind reaches over northern part of India, and by June this wind reaches. So by July 15th, the northern part of India receive maximum rainfall. In this way, as this wind moved towards north and it reached the Himalayan region, northern part of India all over, it rains heavily in every part of India. By June, July, August and September. Again the sea starts heating. In the lower, the Arabian Sea area, as I told you earlier, the sea is lately heated and the land is quickly heated. It reached on the land, it rained all over India. Then what happens? Again, as the sea gets heated, it has to return. It cannot move towards north because Himalaya temperature decreases and already here is high pressure. So it has to return. Again it start returning from the north in the month of October. In October, the rain slowly comes down and the October heat starts. To cover this area, as the October heat starts, from this direction the westerly comes. The westerly comes, and as here is low pressure in the coastal region, this westerly moves from the Himalayan region to lower region. that time during advancing monsoon season, if this is Chennai, Chennai does not receive rainfall during advance. Some part of India, one is Chennai and one is Pune. This is the two place because of the Western Ghat, this, and because of the Eastern Ghat. Chennai does. Then the returning monsoon gives rainfall to this Chennai area. That is, in the month of October and November, Chennai receives maximum rainfall. Again, what happened? As this return back from this northern part of India, it comes to Orissa, etc. area. This Orissa and Andhra Pradesh, Visakhapatnam area, there is a low pressure belt develops, and this becomes the cyclonic weather condition. So cyclone take place in the coastal region. We also, if you want to travel towards Chennai from Andaman Nicobar, the sea is very rough during October and November. That's why this cyclone is experienced by Andaman Nicobar Islands also. So the rain in India, we receive the maximum rain is this 4 months and this 2 months. Again, the northern part of India develops heat, and from the cold region the wind comes, and that's why after retreating monsoon, this monsoon which returns towards the south is called retreating monsoon. That is only 2 months, and this 2 months in the southern part of India receive rainfall with cyclone. So cyclonic rainfall in the east. This is the season of India, and with this we can say that in India 4 plus 2 months are rainy, and this is the cold weather season, and this is the hot weather season. I hope you followed this chapter. I have given you homework. What is the difference between climate and weather? Why India has a monsoon type of climate? Why Chennai does not receive rainfall during advancing monsoon season? Discuss the mechanism of monsoon. Students, I hope you followed this chapter, so you can do this homework and stay at home. Your rain has been started, so within 1 week the Andaman Nicobar Islands get full advancing monsoon season's rainfall. Stay at home, be happy. Thank you.